Yes. And he'll think about time. He played that superbly. Lots of right-hand side on the cue ball to dodge the reds. And now, good chance. The black available, pink available.
4.
Well, let's see if we're going to get a substantial break in this match. We've not had anything to write home about so far.
The balls are nicely positioned here. This is the
11.
best chance, really.
12.
Well, now another logo's come off. He's already taken one off. This one's come off of its own volition. It's going back on for now.
Yes, doesn't want it to drop off and foul one of the balls.
Yes, I think some of the players might need to invest in a needle and thread, or at the very least some better glue.
20.
Now, could just play into the reds, develop some. Doesn't need to. And that's okay.
27.
Has a red to the right middle. May have one to the right corner.
Mark Selby last season at the UK Championship made snooker's 100th official 147 break. Potted just a terrific last black into the left centre pocket. You'd have been happy with that
35.
to win frame one of a qualifier, never mind a piece of history.
36.
He's had 10 centuries already this season.
43.
He'd like another one here. I think he's seen enough of all the scrapping about. And he's also seen
44.
Barry Pinch has just raised his own game, and that maybe will get Selby going. May have been earlier in the match. He didn't feel he was really being put under pressure. Sometimes you just need something to get you going yourself.
49. 53. Nothing.
Well, the referee just miscounted, corrected himself, and then when Selby asked him what he said nothing.
51.
So it's Pinches in his seat. This was the shot, wasn't it, earlier on, where he's gone into the pack but missed the blue.
Yes, and although it didn't cost him anything, it gave Mark Selby a chance to play a good safety. And now every chance of winning this frame.
58.
57 points the lead. 58.
59.
64 with the pink. One more red required. And he can try and go for number century 11.
Yep. 65.
Well, just make sure of this red.
That'll do. Now this is more like it.
66.
And I quite agree with what David's just said, is that when a player starts to play well, the other one starts to play well. And many times you see a player missing a lot of balls, the other one starts to miss. Happened to me many times, and looks like that's what's happened here.
73.
You've seen that Barry Pinchesin has started to play, and he's raised his own game.
74. $81.
No high break price here, but possible 1-3-2 on. Already had 1 century today. Fraser Patrick made a break of 108 in his 4-0 win over Alex Taubman.
$89. 90. 97.
Well, we take centuries for granted, but
98.
you can guarantee there'll be people here in the audience who've never seen one live before. But they've just seen the world champion make one. And I think they probably would have enjoyed this frame more than the first 3. Mark Selby certainly has.
Yes, the first 3 was for the connoisseurs, and there's a lot of young people in the audience that won't appreciate that type of snooker.
109.
Certainly like this.
No, I think in any sport you want to see people doing things that you can't do yourself,
114.
because that's what you admire. And a lot of people can play snooker to a good standard but would not make a century. Mark Selby's made 349 now in his career.
118.
And this has been an important one for him, because it has been a struggle up to this point, but this much more like it, much more what we're used to from the world number 1. Very nicely done. 131, a clearance from Mark Selby. Reasserts